Konnichiwa mina. Hello Soul Reapers. In this video I will be doing a Bleach chapter review. So if you guys would like to see more of these types of videos from me, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell for future videos from me. So let's get started. So I will be doing Bleach chapter 34. So we start off with Ichigo and Rukia. So Ichigo's all like, "Is your phone broken? Because I really don't see no hollow here." And then like we see the guy who's actually a hollow, which also shows that not all hollows are like bad and trying to cause mischief. So he's all like, "Please don't get rid of me, sir. Like I'll give you like this really cute figurine, Mecha Kawaii." So he gives Ichigo like the figurine, and then he crushes it, and then Ichigo does like the console thing, where basically Soul Reapers they take their Zanpakuto, and then at the back of the handle he stamps it on the guy's forehead, taking him to the Soul Society. So then we cut back to Ichigo's school. So Ichigo and his friends just did an exam, and then they post like the results of that. So of course Huryu Hishida is number 1, Horihime is number 3, so Horihime is also very smart, and then Ichigo got 18th place out of 322 students, which Ichigo is pretty smart for sure. So then his friend Keiko is all like, "Ichigo, how did you get 18th place out of 322? And then Ichigo is all like, "Well, Keiko, it's because I study after school instead of taking these clubs." And then Keiko is all like, "Oh, so like no wonder why when I offer you to join my club, you always decline, like you're studying." So then Ichigo, who does not understand, like, why am I being bullied for having my natural hair color? Like my hair is orange, and that's my natural hair color. So he does not understand why he gets bullied like that. Like they always assume Ichigo is just like a bad person. He's a high school delinquent, like and stuff like that. So Keiko feels really bad for Ichigo, which Keiko, being a good friend, he offers Ichigo like one of those nerd headbands, and then Ichigo takes some scissors and cuts it. So that's pretty funny. So then Rukia just grabs Ichigo by like the back of the collar, and then she's all like, "Hey Ichigo, we have a hollow that we have to go catch." And then while she's doing that, Ichigo once again passes Uryu, and then Uryu just has that, "I really don't like you, Ichigo, because you're a Shigami." But yeah. So then we see Ichigo as a Soul Reaper, so we can assume that Rukia does like her red glove, like she puts on like the red glove, she does her gentle fist style, to turn Ichigo into a Soul Reaper. So like they're searching for this hollow, and then we meet Uryu, so we get to find out like a lot about him. So Uryu is all like, "Hello, Ichigo-kun," and I think Kuchiki-san or something like that. Because in Japan they use honorifics. So actually Uryu is being polite like in this situation, because typically for kids, like it's kun for boys and chan for girls, and then like then Uryu uses san for Rukia, which is a polite which is like a polite ending to somebody's last name, because they do use last names. So then once Huryu gets to know Ruki and stuff like that, he'll take off the san. So I think that's how that goes, like in Japan. But definitely leave it down in the comment section if I got that all wrong, because it's definitely a possibility. So anyway, Huryu makes his introductions, and then Ichigo's all like, "Wait, you know our names?" And then Ichigo's all like, "Who are you?" So then we see Uryu's cross bracelet, which is pretty cool, which allows him to have a reishi bow. So we see like this reishi bow, which is super awesome. So we see Uryu draw back his bow, and then he hits a hollow. So then he says, "I am Huryu Ishida, I am a Quincy." And then like then Uryu's all like, "I don't like you, Ichigo, because you're a Shinigami, and us Quincy's, we can't stand Shigami." So that is the end of the chapter. Really awesome chapter. So now we're going to go into the Bleach discussion. So yeah, really awesome chapter. Like it's really cool. that Ichigo is a very, very smart student. And then also, like in the chapter, Ichigo calls his teachers like instructors instead of teachers, which that's, I think, kind of rude. Like, even Keiko, like, explains that. So, yeah, so Ichigo's really, really smart. He got 18th place out of 322, and then Orihime is also very smart. She got third place. So yeah, so she gets the bronze medal. And then, of course, Uryu Hishida gets the gold medal. He's the smartest kid, like, in the class, which kind of goes back to Horihime Shunshin Rika, which reflects, like, her personalities, which we are going to be getting Orihime's Shunshin Rika in very, very future episodes, but not far. Very, very close. So I think it's Shuno, one of, like, the spirits that can heal. So that's why Orihime is really, really smart. But yeah, and then Uryu being a Quincy, which makes sense because Quincy's cannot stand Soul Reapers. We're definitely going to be getting that in, like, future chapters with Mayuri Kuretsuchi with that awesome battle between Uryu and Mayuri. I absolutely love that fight. I've seen that, like, in the show, but I cannot wait to read it, like, in the volumes to see the difference between the two. So one of the reasons why I like watching the show and also reading the volumes is because there are some differences between, like, the show and also the volume. So definitely, when I continue doing these Bleach chapter reviews, I'm going to try to point out the differences between the show and then also the volume. So, yeah, guys, I think that's it as far as the chapter. I can't think of anything else. Specifically, I really do like the Quincy bow. I like that Uryu, like, is an archer. Like, he pretty much takes all the reishi around him and then turns it into a bow, and then he can fire it. Particularly with the Thousand Year Blood War, we get to see much more about him, like, especially like in the show, and then definitely when he gets in the Soul Society where everything is made of reishi, like when Soul Reapers, when they pass away, they turn into reishi. So definitely the Soul Society is where Uryu is going to get a huge boost, like, in his power. So that's quite interesting how Uryu is getting, like, a huge boost from, like, the Soul Society, but he does not like Soul Reapers. But makes sense. It definitely makes sense why he cannot stand Soul Reapers, and we're definitely going to see that when we see the fight between Uryu and Mayuri, which, like I said before, definitely one of my favorite fights in the series. Which I really do like Uryu as a character. He's definitely one of my favorites. He's super smart. He's really good at, like, sewing, and yeah, who doesn't like Uryu? Very smart, really good at sewing, and then his Quincy abilities are super awesome, and then his powers just get stronger and stronger and stronger as the series continues. So, yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about this video down below. So, yeah, guys, I will see y'all next time. Malane Bankai.